Happy Chocolate Eating Festival and welcome to episode 2 of the Vantage Point video blog. I assume everyone that saw the first episode now wants to know how the 24 Hours of Freedom video is going. Well, since then I've taken 200 photos, which is about 8 seconds of footage. So the 50 seconds that were in the last video are now 58 seconds. So I don't think there's any point in showing it, as it'll be pretty much exactly the same with a tiny bit difference. And the other good news from episode 1 is Mr. Neil at Split Level obviously watched, because immediately following an email came through with a first draft mix of 24 Hour Breakdown. And even better, we went back to him with changes and he changed it 4 times and we now have a finished song for release. I think that'll go in the June release because we've already got something for May. And so I suppose the real news this month is we have a new single out, our April release, Can't Wait For Your Love. And I assume a lot of people are saying, didn't you release that last year? Well, we did, but this version's a minute longer and it features a different singer. And it also means we could sort of use the artwork again. So if you look at the artwork from last year and you look at the art from this year, you can play heavy metal Spot the Difference. Or maybe I should say hard rock Spot the Difference. It's more of a hard rock tune than one of our metal tunes. But there you go, bring up both covers on your screen and you can have hours of fun. The second track on the release is a song called Pop-Up Reality, which fellow Edinburgh artist Eunice Lee wrote new lyrics for the music that was for the tune Rainbow Ruth, which was on our previous album, Demonic Dinner Dance 2, The Demon Stomp. So you can listen to Rainbow Ruth and you can listen to Pop-Up Reality and see how 2 pieces of music can sound quite different when a different singer has written their own lyrics and a different melody line to it. And she's also gone and done a video for the song, which I'll put a link to in the description below. So if you scroll down that way, you can find it, and I'll probably put a link at the end of this video as well. And I think that's all our news for this month. Sorry, this episode. Month. Now it's time for the Vantage Point guitar riff. So we head over the Forth Road Bridge to the land of Fife, where Mr. Liam Kane is playing Motorman, which is taken from our debut album, Daredevil on the Shore, available from our Bandcamp webpage. Roll tape. Right, for this episode, the story of the song is Zombie Train, which is the first track on our Work, Work, Work album, which came out in 2018. And on this one, I wrote the first half of the music on the bass, which is a bit unusual, as everything else I've written for Vantage Point has been on the guitar. Not that I've written too many. But so I wrote it on this bass, my Charvel, which I got in, I think, 1994 for £200 in Scales Music. And I suppose a 3-year-old having £200 is quite unusual, but there you go. So, well, obviously that's the intro, and then so I did the music all the way up to the break. So there's the the bit in the middle. From then on, Murray wrote the next riff there, which is where him and Liam get to go off and trade solos and generally show off a bit. Obviously, I don't like to do that. I like just to keep the strict rhythm. It's nothing to do with not being able to play it at all. Unusually for this song, unlike every other song I take into a Vantage Point rehearsal, Murray he basically ditches my lyrics and comes up with his own. The difference with this one was he kept the title. He ditched all the rest of the lyrics, and actually, I think he was just going to make it instrumental, as he hadn't come up with anything he'd like to sing. But then the last minute he had some inspiration. The original lyrics I wrote was when I started a job in 2004. Which I'm unfortunately still with the same company. Obviously, when I started it, I got on the bus to work and everyone is looking bleary-eyed in the morning and straight ahead and ignoring everyone else. And so the zombie train came to the idea, basically because train sounds a lot better than zombie bus. Obviously then I thought it was only a 9-month job I was supposed to be doing, and obviously I was going to be a famous rock star and rich and famous very shortly afterwards, so it wasn't a trouble. I didn't expect to still be there however many years later. So we actually, I have artwork to release this as a single, as we started the Work album with Zombie Train and we ended it with Last Train from Hell, and I sent both those pieces of music to other singers, and obviously they both start with the kind of the drums mimicking the train on the tracks. So when they came up with their own lyrics for it, they came up with train influenced ones as well. So I thought, great, I'll put out a 4-track EP with all 4 train songs. Unfortunately, Mr. Neil at Split Level has basically retired from working in the studio, so we never really got back into with those vocals to put them down onto the tracks and then have them finished. But you never know. Now we can mix from home. You might do it, or maybe give me the stems and I can get someone else to do it, and I'll put that out sometime in the future. So that is Zombie Train, a track from our Work album, which we've only ever played once at the Counting House in November 2014. No footage of that exists. There is some audio soundtrack because basically I set up this camera but forgot to take off the lens cap. But there you go. Okay, for our trip into the archive in this episode, we're going back to the recording of the Tomb of the Eagles album. So this would have been 2010 or 2011. The album came out in 2011. It is of course available. Although if you buy it, I'll not send you this one with the crack in the case. This is Liam recording the guitar solo for the track Wishing Well. This isn't the take that's on the album. This is the first take he did. If you want to see the album take, that's in our videos on our YouTube channel. So this is something that probably hasn't been heard since then. So take it away, Mr. King.
pretty good, wasn't it?
Was it?
Well, it's difficult to tell from your face. It's, you should take up playing poker.
Okay, well that's the end of another episode. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the Vantage Point YouTube channel. If you want to watch Genius Lee's video of our collaboration with her, Pop-Up Reality, click here. I did this very badly last time when I said that click here. It was way at the screen. And if you want to hear the new version of Can't Wait For Your Love, hopefully click round about here-ish. And until the next time, good night and goodbye. I think I'll get stuck in some chocolate eggs.